Hi guys, welcome back to Pillow Pod. We're back here for season 4. Sadly, my poor Sophie is still very poorly, but I am here joined with Hannah Chow from the hosts of the Mum Club, Basingstoke and Bracknell Forest. Welcome, Hannah.
Hey.
So, Hannah's terrified when she thinks I'm going to bite, but I'm not. Like, immediately, this is a safe space. I will bite. Right, we're okay. You're in for a brilliant episode, guys. I'm telling you, the energy's great. Right, so what inspired you to get involved with the Mum Club?
So I actually heard about it through 2 friends who had visited other areas because it wasn't very local to where I was, and said, oh, you know, you should look at this because you don't stop talking, apparently. And you're always good at planning stuff. I've always been the planner of like my friends' plans and, you know, trying to get people together. So it made logical sense to look into it. So I attended one fairly locally, and then was like, right, I need to bring it to Basingstoke because we don't have anything like that in Basingstoke. And that was kind of the start of it. I hadn't long moved out from Bristol to Basingstoke and then had a baby within a year and a half. So
my God, full on though.
Yeah, I know, right? Sorry. So I definitely felt like once I'd had a baby, I realised just how needed the village is. The village that mums are supposed to automatically have. But, you know, when you move away from your family and friends you've grown up with, you don't have that village. And I felt so like passionate that every mum needs the village, or at least have people they can like relate to and understand what they're going through, because it can be so lonely, you know, coming out of COVID afterwards. It really is a minefield. Once you have kids, you think that everyone you know is going to be there, but when you're at different stages in your life, they're not. So you do want to try and meet people who are in the same boat, and you can message at 2 a.m. and be like, oh my word, I cannot get my baby to sleep, or I'm dealing with this, or I've had to stop breastfeeding, or, you know, all these things that you wouldn't necessarily mention to, you know, people that aren't at the same journey as you, because they don't understand. So it was definitely a passionate thing that I started it. And I'm just with the Bracknell, it kind of was a progression for me, that because it came up available that I should take it on, because I'd previously worked in Bracknell, so I knew of the area, and the previous host was doing such an amazing job, so the market was there for it. Mums needed that there, so it made sense to put my hand up, and they said I could go for it. So
you're running 2.
I am running 2.
So when did you start Basingstoke?
I started Basingstoke in June 2023. So I've been doing it. It would be coming up to 2 years this year.
Wow. And then Bracknell, when did you take that over?
Bracknell, I started officially January last year, so I've just turned 1 doing it. But the area itself of Bracknell will be turning 3 in July this year. So,
do you enjoy like throwing the events?
You know, girl, you know I love it.
So I filmed some of Hannah's events, and she is brilliant. You're so good with people, and like it's just so fun, because like when I'm capturing it and I'm seeing how everything flows out, you make your way round to every single mum there.
Yeah, I want everyone to feel included. That is the point. I would hate for someone to come to an event and feel like they've wasted their time, or feel even more excluded, because, you know, there's nothing worse than going to somewhere and feeling like a bit of a lemon and just kind of sitting there. The whole point is the mums meet. I love meeting the mums. I love welcoming mums, introducing the mums to each other and seeing all these friendships form, and it is really, really rewarding. I really enjoy it. I
remember when I met you on the mums' night out when I was filming that.
Oh my word.
That was so funny, because your energy is just so infectious, which is why I think that you make such a brilliant host.
Thanks,
is because me like hype woman over here.
Yeah,
Hannah's amazing. This is why I'm here. I've got you. Like, no, but like your energy is so great, because then obviously if people are coming to an event, and especially if like mums are having a tough time or they're feeling vulnerable, you want to be around a positive spirit that's going to pick you up, that's going to make you feel great. And you're always like, I always notice as well, like you're either like just helping, like taking babies off of the mums, like so you can eat your food and chill out, and I look over and you're carrying a different kid like every 10 minutes.
I want the mums to come and relax. I'm happy to carry the babies or sort out the prams, sort out the high chairs. I want the mums to come and enjoy themselves. That is the point. It's about the mums. It's the babies are kind of extra, really, and I love the baby cuddles. It makes me broody, but you know, we can. No,
when I'm there, I'm like, oh my god, I go back to my boyfriend. I'm like, so I have this. He's like, stop, stop, you don't have time, stop. It's like, yeah, fair enough, maybe later. So with the events, like obviously with Pillow Pod, we know our fair share of like how much work it takes to get an event together. And you're doing them constantly and for 2 locations. So how do you like stay inspired, stay on top of it?
Well, it definitely helps that I love doing it. If I didn't love doing it, I mean, you'd soon realise it would pick up, the energy would be picked up. But I have like a set amount of like, I basically have like a Rolodex of guest speakers, photographers, venues and everything. So it just makes it that much easier that I have these relationships already established. And I ideally try and find local businesses that are willing to cater for Basingstoke and Bracknell Forest. Because, you know, the mums are mums. They want the same experience. So that definitely helps. And I try and plan as far in advance as I can just to give me the peace of mind that I'm like having the best, I'm given the best outcome, because it means it gives me the time to sort things out and to plan. I never want to feel like I'm rushing planning an event for the sake of planning an event. So if I feel like an event isn't going to work, I'm very quick to be like, right, no, this needs to change this year. I won't go ahead with something that I don't feel 100% about. So
That's so important though. If the gut feeling is saying otherwise, there's a reason.
I'm very, very particular with kind of who I want to join the events and the venues where I hold the events, because I want it to be an amazing experience. So if I suddenly get a bit of that probably isn't going to work, I won't repeat it or I won't do it, because I don't think it wouldn't be fair of me to do something just because it's easy, because it's already there. Like if a venue doesn't work out, then I'm happy to find another venue which is probably more suited for what I'm looking for. So I'm just very particular in what I want. And I have some amazing business relationships now. I have some really, really accommodating venues. So accommodating. I'm hoping they're seeing it. Thank you so much for being so accommodating, because there's a lot of us and we come with a lot of babies and a lot of prams. And for some reason, Basingstoke has a lot of twins. I don't know what's in the water. So accommodating everyone is so important. So once you have that relationship, as you know, we met through something else, and it's business relationships are so important. And I'm just so grateful for all the support, because without that, I mean, this wouldn't be what it was, and I wouldn't be here right now.
That's what I was going to say, though, because like you see the Mum Club and you think it's the whole brand is for the mums, but also it's like me collabing with the Mum Club like nearly 2 years ago now, that's what helped me kickstart my business, and I got my very first wedding inquiry from a Mum Club event. And I think it's a huge thing for businesses who are looking to like collab, or even if you're just starting out, it's such a welcoming place for a small business owner to also network. Because it's like there's so much going on. There are so many layers to your events that you've got all of these mums having an amazing time. You're going around hosting, and then you've also got the stalls that you have. So then I still have connections from Mum Club business vendors as well. And it's just like, I think it's such an amazing thing that you do. And the fact that you're running 2, as well as the fact that you have your own family, I'm like, so you don't sleep.
No, basically I don't sleep.
You don't stop. What's like your favourite bit about the events then?
Honestly, meeting the mums. I love meeting the mums, because I mean, you know, I could talk all day. So for me to meet mums and I can be 100% myself. I'm not trying to be someone I'm not, like, and because I'm a mum to young children myself, I get it. I understand, like, when mums come in late and they're, sorry, I'm late. You're not late. You've got a baby. You've left the house. That is amazing. And you know, if a baby's crying, there's no judgment. Babies cry. Okay.
And you won't get that anywhere else.
The whole point is it's a safe space for the mums to enjoy themselves. You know, we take the pre-orders beforehand. We have the wipes we have the nappies, we have the breakout areas for the little ones. You know, the whole point is the mums come and they don't have to be that person planning every little detail. You just come and enjoy. That's it. That's all you need to do. Just sit back and relax for 2 hours, have a hot coffee and enjoy yourself.
No, I love how you can see how much work you put into it, and I love it when you're like posting your reels and you're on stories, because I'm there like, oh, what's she done now? And I remember when you did Halloween and you had all your decks up.
Oh, I had my cat that looked like a Willy. Am I allowed to say Willy?
Well, you said it. It's
my
out
phallic
there.
Cat.
My phallic cat.
My headband.
I can't. Oh my gosh. What's the most challenging thing you've faced since being a host for Mum Club?
I think firstly because of how, you know, the hospitality sector is finding venues, because you know, a lot of places are unfortunately feeling the effects of the cost of living.
Yep.
So, you know, I have been starting talks with a venue and then they've had to unfortunately close down, or they've had to relocate or something like that. So that's definitely something that's coming up more and more frequently, which is very sad because, you know, it's just how it is at the moment. And of course, you know, it's always having to think of ways to keep your social medias fresh, because that is effectively what the mums see to decide whether or not they're going to come or not. So I feel like, as you say, with the whole TikTok thing, thankfully I wasn't affected by that. But say like something happens to Instagram, like the grid, something so small as...
Touch wood, guys. There's no word touching my head. I'll touch the fake plant.
Something so small as the grid change, you know, now you look at all your reels and you think, oh, they don't look as, like, I want them to be wow. But now something so small as that, like, because you're so reliant on social media to make sure people know who you are, you know, because there's loads of networking events out there in general, not necessarily mum clubs. So you are kind of one of a number, and you want to make sure you are selling yourself as best you can to show like this is what the expectations and this is what you will experience.
Do you get any support with the marketing at all then, as a host?
With the mum club?
Yeah.
Yes, so they provide all the kind of the quote, the covers for everything. They get us the sponsorships, and so yeah, we do get support in that sense. The reels obviously we create ourselves, and basically the post that we're in or things, but yeah, they definitely help out. We have kind of like we have a Teams folder which has all our quotes and kind of guidelines on how to best perform on.
But you're running the page yourself.
Yes, we're running the pages ourselves.
That's a full-time job in itself.
Yeah, I mean that is, and especially having 2 young children, I said I either have to do it early in the morning or late at night. So, you know, scheduling tools and things like that always helps, because it means that I'm not feeling like, you know, you don't then feel burnt out by it all, because I don't want to feel burnt out by it. If you love doing it, I don't want to feel like, oh, I've got to post again.
Yeah, because you want it to stay positive.
Yeah, I mean, it will stay positive. If I have a day where I don't feel like posting, I won't post, because I wouldn't feel right doing it. I'm very much like, right, I need to be in the positive mindset. And, you know, sometimes when the boys are driving me crazy, you don't feel like posting because you're so burnt out. You know, it comes to 6 o'clock in the evening and you want to go to bed. So on those type of days you won't. But, you know, that's the whole point, and everyone gets it, because majority of our audience are mums, so they understand, like, oh, if we haven't posted for a day or two, oh, it's because our kid is poorly. That's life, that's the reality of it.
I think that's what's so great though, is because you're so authentic, and then obviously if your audience and your mums and your clients, they all know that, like, that's what makes you so reliable to keep coming back to.
Yeah, and it's nice because now I'm getting mums that not necessarily live in either areas, but they come between the Basingstoke events and Bracknell Forest, which I really appreciate.
Oh wow,
I know, I really appreciate
that's
that.
So sweet.
But yeah, I'm going to be 100% myself, because, you know, I've done the whole corporate life. I've done it where I have to kind of put on a front, and it's just not me. I don't have the patience for it. Since having the little ones, I don't have the patience for all that. I just want to be myself, and if it's not the right thing, then it's not the right thing. But I mean, it's got me this far.
No, you're obviously in the perfect environment.
Yeah, I love it, because I can be I don't have to put on a front. I'm just living my best life.
Oh, my favourite bit is, I remember, like, the event you did in Bracknell.
Oh, in the
Lexington.
Yeah.
And you were, to get everyone's attention, you started just, like, clicking a glass.
Oh, my word. And then they gave me a little bell to ding, 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 ding.
And then you're there ringing this bell. Like, this is brilliant.
There's a lot of mums, there's a lot of chatter. So I always like to do a little intro so everyone knows who I am, because it's not necessary they know who I am, although you'd hope, because, you know, I make a bit of a... But
it sets the atmosphere. You set the tone really well.
Yeah.
Because if you weren't your personality, I don't think your events would be as successful as they are. I think as well, like, obviously the mum club is huge.
Yes.
But then it does come down to the host, because that's who the mum is connecting with and who they're showing up for. And it's so amazing that you've got mums that are travelling from Basingstoke to Bracknell. Like,
that's amazing. I really appreciate this. You know, I've met so many lovely mums, and it's crazy because I've gone into it thinking, oh, I'll make connections between mums, and then I myself have actually come out making friends. Sorry, I've just touched my mic.
No. But fourth wall break.
Sorry. Yeah, I've made friends myself, which I didn't go into, but I guess it makes sense because, I said, because I'm also a mum, it was I guess that's a natural progression of I will also kind of meet my village as well. But I never even envisioned that. I just kind of wanted to do it because I felt like there was a gap in the market to do it.
That's so interesting you say that, because that's the exact same thing I had with Pillow Pod, is after the event you then forget, oh god, we've just been networking, we've just walked out with connections and built friendships, and you forget, because when you're like you're looking at spreadsheets and planning, and
and
then you're running the event, and you're like, oh my god, this is actually great. I'm actually having a great time. So I really want to hear, like, do you have like a story you could share with us from one of the mums of like one of like your best bit of feedback from any of the events?
I think the best bit of feedback I get is when the mums have said, like, either it's been their first outing since having a baby.
Oh, wow.
Or it's been a second or third baby and they never felt the confidence to go to something like that. And now they do. And, you know, then you see like repeat bookings. You know, I've seen mums come and because they haven't necessarily done like an antenatal group, they feel very lonely. And then they come and then they kind of get taken in by another group and then they've gone on. And then now quite a few of them are now having second babies at the same time. And they're all still in touch. And so I just think it's incredible. It's nice because it's just really rewarding when I see now mums returning with second and third babies, because I feel like, right, you've obviously enjoyed yourself and you think it was worth coming.
Well, that's so amazing. If there's like do you have like a message or any advice for any mums who are still quite nervous to put themselves out there and probably thinking of buying a ticket to your event, but they're getting a bit caught up in their head about it?
Honestly, would just say just do it, because you know, I'm also in the same boat. A lot of times I don't know all the mums and I'm also meeting a lot of people for the first time, so you know, we're both in the same boat. I'm not also knowing everyone in the room, so. And we're all really nice. I promise I'm lovely. I am a really nice person.
I promise I'm lovely. She is lovely.
I am lovely.
She is. She is.
But no, just bite the bullet. You know, my inbox is always open. I do sometimes have mums like message like, oh, can I come on my own? Of course you can. That's the whole point. You don't have to come in a group. That if everyone came in groups, there would be no point of me being there, because if you've already got a group established, why would you then want to mix with you know what I mean? The whole point is you come and meet people. I don't know how I'll say it. If my inbox is always open though, but it is a massive step to put yourself out there, because you know it's easy to make friends in school and college and uni when you're all kind of, you know, out enjoying yourselves, but it is harder to make friends as an adult, and we know that, and even more so as a mum, because you're all exhausted and
there's a huge change in your life.
And you don't feel like yourself, especially those first 2 or 3 years. You feel like you're so and so's mum. And then suddenly, like, you're actually, oh, I am a person. I'm not just this person's mum. So I get it, but join and see if you like it, basically.
It's so interesting because I remember, like, walking away from one of the first events. I've probably shot about 3 or 4 plus.
You still need to do Basingstoke.
5, 6.
Yeah, I still need to do Basingstoke.
I still need to do Basingstoke. She won't let me forget. But I remember walking away from the first time I shot, like, feeling, because obviously I'm not. My kind of plan is, like, I think I will probably have a baby in the next 5 years, but I've always known after walking away from one of those events, it's like, for someone who's not even a mum yet, I know that I've got a reassurance of a safe space because I've seen how it works. And I remember sitting there, because obviously when you're filming, like whether you're filming a wedding or event, you do like study the people and you see the interactions, and I saw so many strangers coming in and then seeing them swap contact information, seeing them walk out together, seeing you end the event and they're staying there having coffee and still talking. It's like, oh my god, like what an amazing community and what a safe space. And I just love that it's about the mums, and it's not all about the kids. It's like an actual place where you can chill out. And the environment's always great. There's no judgment, and so much work goes into it. Like your table layouts. Oh, it's like a game of Tetris, guys. Like with the wipes and the little drinks you get and everything you lay out. Like I love it so much. But, oh my god, I'm trying to think now. Like with the rest of this year, is there anything you can share about us with events or anything you're planning for the rest of 25?
Well, you know, I try and do kind of special events at certain times of the year. So, you know, we recently had our Christmas event with Santa, which was brilliant. And yeah, we have a few events coming up where it'll be like some extras. We'll obviously celebrate our 3rd birthday in July.
Oh my gosh!
I know!
3rd birthday?
3rd, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So it will be very, very exciting. So I'm hoping to do a mum's night off, because I haven't managed to do one of them yet. So I'll be doing that. But yeah, I'm already in talks with some other venues for coffee clubs, because I'm trying to cover more of each of the districts, because, you know, I want my events to be as accessible to everyone, because I know not everyone drives, not everyone can get to my events, because I try and keep them as central as possible. But now I'm trying to do the outskirts of each district.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I've been visiting some venues, so yeah, watch this space.
Watch this, you heard it here.
Watch this space.
That's so fun though, because also like planning with events when you're then in a new space, it feels like a brand new thing again as well.
And and each venue offers something different, so it's always very, very exciting. I am very excited.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's been amazing having you on. Right, was it as bad as you thought it was going to be?
I mean, it wasn't the easiest.
I know, but you did amazing.
Thanks.
I know I don't have Sophie here, who is normally the really more friendly one, and I'm the funny one, but there we go.
You are funny and friendly.
I am funny and friendly. I've been really friendly today, I think.
You have tolerated me.
No, stop. No, you're hilarious. I love you. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're wanting to hear more about Hannah's events, or if you are looking to join the Mum Club Basingstoke or Mum Club Bracknell Forest, we will send all the info below. Stay tuned, guys, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.